Your war has brought you to the very gates of your enemy. Behind their walls, they steel themselves against your armies. They cannot hold out forever. Yet an assault may be costly if not swift. Yet wait too long, and reinforcements may arrive to relieve their embattled comrades.
I'd speak, but she's gonna say more things in a second. No, it's fine. I'm not speaking. I know, because I'm gonna get interrupted in a second. Watch. Yes, listen is more accurate. Yeah, it'd probably be listen, not watch. Also, she's taking longer than I thought she would. Hurry up and speak so I can skip you. Alright, fine, don't speak. Alright, greetings immortals. My name is Karel Sheffel, Gunnathorpia Sharp, but today you can call me the esteemed majesty of... No, wait, nope, that's the wrong game. Wrong China, sorry. You can call me the commander of 1,000 victories, because we are playing Total War 3 Kingdoms again. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yes. Now, just a reminder myself, apparently I ended this... I started this at the end of it. I saved at the end of Eternity, it seems. But yes, we're back in China. And here we can sort of see a sort of layout of what we got going on. You can sort of see this sort of, in the middle here, this sort of kind of purple. I'm not exactly, maybe violet? I don't know what that color would be called. But that's me. We have the green above me, that's Liu Bei, one of my vassals. We got Kong Rong. We got Liu Dai next to me, and Gonsung Chuxiang. Hongzhou, Liu Yao, and Zheng Chao to the south. And even farther past that, we have Sun Che, who's potentially going to be a problem at some point. And then to the west, well, actually to the north, we have Gong Suzon and Zhang Yan. And then to the west, we have Xinjiang, Yuan, Shao, Han Anyue, Gongdu, Liu Biao a little farther south, and a little farther north, we have Ma Teng and Han Sui. Now, out of those, the important ones to note, as you'll see in the little mini-map on the bottom right, is we have the green, which is me, the light green, which is my vassals. Pretty decent spread of that. Some of my vassals are going to try and take care of this Yellow Turban Rebellion right down here. Hopefully before Sun Che gets the opportunity to do so. And then the blue are part of my... I think I have an alliance. I'll have to verify, but I believe we currently have an alliance going on. Involving Yuan Bai Hu and Gons... was that the name? I don't remember the name of that faction. Gongsun Sujiang, yeah, that's right. I think it's just those two. Let me check the diplomacy and verify. Let's see. So the coalition to restore Heaven's mandate, led by me. My vassals are Liu Bei, Sheng Fengyan, Hongzhou, Liu Dai, Liu Yao, and Wang Lang. And then we have as allies Gongsun Chuxiang and Yuan Baihu. And then right now we're fighting against two of the members of the coalition to restore harmony. Yuan Shao and Han Anyue. Is previously Dong Zhuo's faction and previously Dong Min's faction, but both of them are dead, so neither of them are in charge anymore. And of course they control the Han Empire, but apparently the Han Empire isn't actually at war with us? Interesting. I don't know how that worked. Usually that would sort of be automatic, but whatever. And then Gong Suzon is part of their coalition, but for the moment we're cool with him. And hopefully he decides to stay cool, or I have to take some drastic measurements against him. But as you can see, we're currently at war with Yuan Shao. He's got some people that are probably going to take Zhao Jie right here. But if he does, I have Yue Jin over here ready to intercept as soon as he does so, and then wipe out that army. And then of course we have Yuan Shao, who shouldn't be able to take Henne in one turn, so even if he tried to go for it, we'd be able to just bring Cao Cao down and take him out. But we need to slowly push westward, take the Shangdang territories, Yuan up here. Maybe we could convince Zhang Yang to help with that. And then pass through Qi Pass and the Hedong province, which are owned by Han Anyue. I think, yeah, so the Shandong provinces and then Jingxing up in the Taiyuan commandery are the only ones that are left under... Oh, and Wei. Gongcheng and Wei are the ones that Yuan Shao controls. So we're going to need to slowly, bit by bit, wear those away from him. It looks like that army that was moving towards Zhaojie over here, Zhaoji, sorry, was decided to retreat, which probably a good idea, because I have a lot of reinforcements coming in from Liu Bei. I need to remember to not let Liu Bei do all the work. That would not be good. Alright, you. Oh, that's where he is. Okay. And there's a scandal at court. Sometimes a river at an impasse will split in twain. For weeks, vicious rumors have been circulating about the court around one of your hitherto loyal officers, of their treacherous disloyalty to you, and worse, their villainous thievery of your property. Looking deeper into the matter, your agents inform you that these rumors, while apparently untrue, were likely started by an enemy minister. Sadly, however, the damage to your reputation has already been done. The Wen Chu did it and has reduced Xiao Hudun's satisfaction. Han Anyue has invited Liu Bei into their coalition, whatever. Gongsun Tuxian has declared war on Zhengjiang. Alright, so I'm gonna look over here and look at Xiao Hudun. Okay, he likes us so much that that minus 30 isn't even nearly enough to put his loyalty into question in any way.
Steel for battle.
Yue Jian, if you could do me a solid and go after Zhu Yu over there. Stop running! Why are you running? Why are you running? Alright. Now then. I just noticed that my volume down. It shouldn't have affected what you hear, but, you know, just on my headset. Now, obviously the odds are heavily against us, but I want to start actually doing battles. So, and the game crashed. And the game crashed. Alright, alright. We're gonna try that again. I hope that it doesn't crash a second time. Alright, listen to some delightful music as we wait for it. But yeah, I'll be honest, that battle I don't actually need to do. Basically guaranteed victory there. Catapults, crossbowmen, various types of infantry. I think I had some cavalry in that army too. Against an army that was like less than a third of my overall combat strength. In terms of numbers at least. Yeah, it wasn't really good lineup for them.
Life is fleeting, as is victory.
And we get the
In
lady
these
speaking
chaotic
again.
Times, only the
But this time I'm going to
strongest
talk over her
survive the
because we've
storm
already
that
listened to this
ravages
before,
China.
so who cares?
The weak are not so fortunate. Outmaneuvered and isolated, a faction was crushed into oblivion.
I'll be honest, if you
But
play
the
this game
phoenix
and you like
may
return
ever
to the game,
return from
you get the
cinders.
to dust little message like this here most of the time, because there's a lot of small factions that very easily end up getting squashed. And notably, you don't have to be the one that destroyed a faction for this to pop up when you load the save. It just has to have happened, like, recently, anywhere. Which, again, is why it often pops up. Now, let's try this again. We're going to end the turn.
I would ask this of you.
Now, this time Gong Chuzan wants to talk to us. You know what? It's a clay rat. That's fine.
Our talks are over.
His Imperial favor is 30. Gotta remember that. And then that little rat appeared again. Hopefully to the same place so that we can corner him the same time again. This time once the turn ends, I'll probably make a note saving. Just to make it a little faster next time if it crashes one more time when I try to do that fight, next time I'll just do the auto resolve and get it over with. And there's that sabotage stockpiles and the scandal at court. Still not worried about it, obviously. Oh, that coalition became a military alliance this time. Hold on. Alright, in that case, I need to check to see what happened there. So, Alliance of the Locust Tree. Yuan, Shao, Gongsu, Han, Anyue. Okay, so it doesn't really look any different. Yeah, that's fine with me. So yeah, I'm gonna save. There we go. Alright. We also have a scheme available now. Should probably also do that. Let's. That one that gives me? Yeah, Rival Tigers are one which gives me all of the credibility. So if I wait a couple more turns, I could get another one that would also give me credibility. And if I wait 7 turns, I could get a bunch at once. That might be what I should do. I'll probably wait on that. Although, let's see. One appear near far, one far appear near. I don't really need to do this to them. Could do something to this. But, yeah, at any rate, get rid of this.
Only feeble wills.
Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, we got bowmen, we got crossbows, we got cavalry, we got infantry, and we got 2 catapults. This is gonna be delightful if it loads it this time. Let's go. Alright, there we go. Okay, it seems to be working this time. Excellent. Alright, so the one thing we have to keep in mind is that right now, probably because of a recent combat victory, our infantry and cavalry are not at full strength. So in a straight up battle, they'll lose against the enemy infantry at the least. But our infantry obviously outnumbers theirs, so we have still a straight numbers advantage, I believe. And our we have a more than insignificant difference in terms of range firepower. Also, I can be hilarious because I can guerrilla deploy my trebuchets. So if I really want to, I can do something really dumb. But I'm not going to because reasons. Though I could just move the cavalry to intercept if anyone tries to go after it. That might work. And if I have reinforcements coming from over here, then what I can do is this, and then I can do this, and I'll reposition the. Good. So that should probably be far enough to get some enemy, at least in that range. Forces will move over here so that they can quickly get over there to get in front of my archers. We'll have Guojia also there to provide support, because that gives plus 5% visibility range and forest spotting. So that'll help make sure that we can fire at everything. Then we take what's here and settle that into an army. Let's see, formation. We'll go with the Eagle's Wings, and that should do it. As far as deployables go, we'll place the tower just cause, and we'll place some oil right here, just so that I can set it to alight when we leave.
Treachery.
What do you mean treachery? Oh, hidden enemies. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so you guys will start moving up into here. The catapults. I think the catapults actually do have range on them. Hopefully they move to respond to that appropriately. Meantime, I might actually, instead of moving the guys up, I just do that.
Hidden enemies.
Then see when you guys set this on fire. Alright, it's alight. And my catapults are beginning to fire. Good. Every hit on these more elite infantry is a devastating blow to the enemy. Yeah, that infantry is done. Even if they get close enough that, even if they start getting closer, the archers are going to shred them.
The enemy unit flees.
And then these guys, I'll also put in Ingle's wings, and I'll start pushing them up. Help defend.
Take heed, warriors!
Wish I could see what this thing's range was, but I can't, so.
True attention!
I'll start moving up my main force. Because if they keep trying to approach the catapults, that'll leave their flank open. And there we go, we shattered that infantry unit. That works very well for me because I don't actually need to I don't actually need to chase them down because they already ran away once. So if they lose this battle, their entire army's lost. So I just have to keep firing and get as many of them to shatter like this.
In your death.
I must kill you, if only to shut you up!
These guys actually moving? Speed? They're gonna take a while to get over there. Alright. We'll move up then.
Ready!
And then let's see, can we get any duels? Oh, yep.
You are weak!
Do not waste your breath! You will need it!
Alright. Oops, didn't mean to do that, sorry. Close this.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
Alright, we got 2 of them to shatter. One of them being Warriors of Yi, so one of them also pretty decent units. And as we can see, we're getting some work done.
Keep up, friend!
They're fighting on
Keep
those
up.
infantry units, but
Is
the
that your
crossbows will
best?
get into position
Come
and
on,
start
try
firing at them
harder.
themselves.
The enemy warriors are running!
Fire!
Ha!
I said, there we go. And it looks like Yui Jin is winning his duel, that's good. And like I said before, even if they do start getting closer, they're just gonna get shredded by the arrows. Being said, what I am going to do is I'm going to take the archer and slightly realign their facing, as well as the facing of my cav. Just so that they're able to get their shots in more easily.
At the ready! Open fire! Fire upon them!
And we'll start moving guys over here. And you play. And we've defeated their general in battle.
Make ready!
You guys will enter loose formation.
Formation!
Probably should have you guys go into loose formations as well, but whatever. Fire! Fire everything!
Cavalrymen! Steel yourselves!
Your men have no ammunition. They cannot fire.
Oh, did the catapults run out? One of them did at least. Alright. In that case, we need to finish things off. Not that I'm worried about doing that. Now I can send both of my generals, both of those generals at least, to finish things up. Didn't quite get a hit, but should be sufficient for what we need. Just get these guys to break. That'd be nice. This guy's about to break. There he goes. This guy's not breaking, but I think that's because he was friends with the guy that we got rid of, so. Oh, no, he's starting to break as well. There we go.
The enemy
That should
general is
be a mass
fallen.
rout then.
They were no match.
Perfect. Overall, very few losses. Also, that fire I said early at the beginning of the battle didn't seem to spread very far, now did it? Oh well. Now we can claim victory! As I mentioned before, it was not a particularly tough fight, especially since I didn't even need to actually beat them in battle, I just needed to force them to all rout, and then victory was mine. I also definitely did not need the reinforcements. I could have just done a night battle. That probably would have finished things off faster, but oh well.
Our just deeds were blessed.
Did lose to Imperial favor, but we're used to that happening now.
It is done.
We're used to that by now. The heck? Suchu isn't even in that army.
Steel for battle.
Why is it getting bonus experience? Whatever, it's fine.
As one, we must rest for now.
And now, Cao, how does your army compare to Yuan's? It doesn't quite match up. But, what we might be able to do is if we can...
Only feeble wills seek compromise.
We'll try and get a ambush here as well.
A fox does not announce itself to the chickens.
I'd also consider trying to upgrade like these guys maybe. Or they have a better option than me. Oh well. But yeah, at any rate, next turn I want to try and see if we can move in on Yuan Shao. Ideally by having Yue Jin be able to support so that he doesn't, so that we have a better, so that we have superior forces. Now, let's see, Wei we captured recently, so we'll need to do a lot of building here. Administration office there. Why not? We can upgrade it in a small city to a city. But I'll wait on that. Chen, we could upgrade this. Really max out our food production. Hane, we should probably focus more. That's also a reason. We'll go for these irrigated farms. And then we still have money, so we could also upgrade Peng Cheng over here. Because that could use a little bit of it, a little bit more. We'll do that. Donghai. Yeah, I mean we could afford to do this, so might as well. Alright, there we go. Best to try and keep your construction spread out, because you have a limit to how many things you can do in any given commandery. So, then diplomacy. I'm gonna go a quick deal. Probably can't create any more vassals. Well, I guess we could try for it. Try and get Zhengyang. See what we're with. Han Empire, Han Yuan. So it's basically a matter of if we want to try and save him from Gongsu I don't think that's worth it. And we could try and vassalize Kong Rong, which could be valuable,
Enter
but
freely, friend.
I would need to offer quite a bit for that. Really rather not. So, with that being the case, wonder if we could turn this into
I
an
am
alliance.
eager to listen.
Gongsu Shushan would be willing, but Yuan Bei would not. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I won't bother then. Let's see, in that case, we could try and see if we can get Kong Rong in the coalition. Not willing, even though the others would. Could try for Liu Biao, but I don't
Excellent.
think.
Talk.
Oh, we could get Liu Biao. And he's got high imperial favor, so this might work out for us if I do this. Yeah, his strength compared to ours is similar. His ally strength compared to mine isn't. No, anyone that's explicitly stronger than Gongsu is. I would guess the number 2 in strength. Is there a way I can check? Major threat, but I can't really find anything that tells me if I'm where I am in the power scheme. He's 1. We know who 3 is. Gongsu Zon is global rank 10. Liu Bei is 7. Anyone else that has even rank than me? Che is 2. Okay. That implies that Liu Bei is stronger than me. That would imply that I'm probably 4. Yeah. If we do get him involved, that would be helpful.
Welcome. Come in.
Let's go and grab him.
As you wish.
And then he comes with 2 vassals himself.
Good to see you.
But he's also not for the military alliance. Like, at least if Liu Bei were in for the alliance, I might be willing to not have Yuan Bei in. Could also theoretically ask him to join the war, but I don't really need him to. That's mostly just to make sure he doesn't go against still fighting these people. So, with that being said, I think we're ready to progress. Ooh, how's my network looking? Yeah, not much to do here. Song Jin King also in there. Turn. Okay. Got a bunch of people we could hire here. And then Dion Wei we could send, but bother with that. The thing I want you to do. Try and maintain your loyalty if I want. Oh, you're an administrator. Interim. No, wait, hold on. No, that's the army stuff. You're also in an army, but neither of you are traitors. I could try and discredit the faction if I wanted. Just to sort of weaken Gongsu's. Alternatively, I can do this. Do like this. Credit faction king. That does a lot. Yeah, I like that. That brings Song Jing King. Liu Ji. Yeah, that puts Liu Ji in more acceptable. Well, really? Could go for Wei Yu. Could try that. Yep. Alright. We'll do some damage to Gongsu's on like that. And then we'll move to the next turn. Okay, so he's attacking them. Yeah, he's attacking that city. Yeah, I'll just delegate. I'll just let Liu Bei play that out. Easy peasy. I'll take the ransom.
Forgiveness, no. Freedom, yes.
Thank you, Liu Bei. You got rid of the biggest problem I was having. I'll now march south straight to Gongcheng and take it for myself. And then have Yue Jin follow up behind, and then we'll probably focus on taking the Shandong territories, and then if someone else wants to go up the Jingqing up, that's fine with me. A true artist instinctively knows when their work is complete. You lay down your brush and read the words of your poem, satisfied that you have mastered the art. I lift my drink and sing a song, for who knows if one's life is short or long. Man's life is like the morning dew, past days many, future days few. The melancholy my heart begets comes for cares I cannot forget. Who can unravel these sorrows of mine? I know of only one man, God of Wine. Beautiful. Now, let us take that and put it towards a constructive use.
Crush them!
Like adding more territories to my dominion. Yeah, I'll also delegate here.
My tactics were unmatched.
Lost 6 Imperial favor, as
We shall
expected.
enjoy the spoils.
How does my Imperial favor look? 85? Not great, but not awful. Gongsu Zan still not looking great on the balance of power. Or sorry, on the... Everyone else, though, that I care enough to actually pay attention to. Well, including Yuan Shao, who is extremely weak. Us. But that is not enough. No.
Who calls?
He cannot be allowed to continue being a ruler in any capacity. But if I give you this, this might bolster how much ammunition the archers in the retinue get. I think that did. And then this enables fatigue resistance. This gives campaign line of sight. Final rush. Let's go with final rush, and then we'll get passion next. That gives more melee damage to the shock cavalry he has. Which we could try and swap out. We could afford it for sure. Get some tiger and leopard cav. You guys, do you have a replacement for these guys? Yeah, the Qingshou spears, but they're not necessarily better. Cost a little more, but the difference isn't actually that significant. Then we have the Jingshou assault infantry, which we really can't improve on, and we can't give a better option for the archers either. I don't. We could replace them with something that isn't archers, but actually that might not be a bad idea. Maybe get more infantry? I'll think about it. At any rate, Yue Jin needs to start catching up. Good, good, good. And how is Gongsu? One Ning is not there. We got Liu, we got Ying. Target Guan Ning, we might be able to get target him. He might hand over Bohai to us. And that, got that. Yeah, so I just need to keep marching west. hopefully ahead enough of Liu Bei to take those territories for myself. Then over here, we could put in the Tunjung conscription. I think, let's see, this is Wei. Yeah, if we have Gongsu's on here, I'm gonna put military infrastructure. Now at least. We got P, we can upgrade the military settler training field. Camp. That will boost production. That'd be good. Hainang, Dong. Dong we can upgrade. Yeah. Oh, no, we can convert it, right? Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I want to keep them. Alright. There we go. And apparently, Zhejiang over there has become Yuan Shao's new capital. It's a shame that it's about to be taken from him. You know? You hate to see it. You know, unless you're the person taking it, like me, in which case, it's just delightful. We'll see us declare war on Sun Che. Fun. Alright, Kongrong needs to have at least 10 food. Alright, let's see. Kongrong. I know that man. He didn't want to join me for some reason.
Enter freely, friend.
Or if we could still vassalize him. Nope. We can't get him into the coalition. Want to join. One of my allies is a major threat to him, apparently. I don't know which one that would be. But whatever. Let's see. For food trade, he's at 5, he needs to go up to 10. So let's just do this. For food trade. And then, let's see, does he have any auxiliaries to give us? I have a lot of auxiliaries that I need to perhaps hand out. Let's just go for standard payment. Money. Not like I'm in particular need of it, but, you know.
May your fortunes multiply.
Might as well do it if I can afford it. Pay the vassals. Just Zhangyan now. And I'm still in a position where I don't want to... I really don't want to try and let him have the I don't want to force Gongsu Zan to decide whether or not to attack me or not.
No mercy.
Another night battle. Another victory.
Another step towards order.
And, you know, another less imperial favor. Don't
This
care.
place is ours now.
Ooh, Zhao Dun's eye is pierced by a stray arrow in battle. He pulls it out, plucking the eye from the socket with it. Essence of my father, blood of my mother, I cannot throw this away, he cries, then puts the eye into his mouth and swallows it. Obviously, this was so terrifying to the enemy that this caused major issues for them, made the battle even easier, and now Zhao Dun has the one-eye trait. -2 cunning, -10% melee evasion, but he is innately scary, so he reduces nearby enemy morale. Doesn't stack with other instances of people who are increased or who have that same trait, but who cares? That means I can send him in by himself and cause major havoc. That is all that matters. Okay, we need to do something about these reserves. We need to fix the reserve. For some reason they're not going up. That's also causing the population to drop. How do I make the reserves go back up? Oh, that's why, because they were contaminated by the enemy. Okay, so I just need to wait for that to hold out. Understandable. Oh, and you took Shangdang. Alright. Okay, so I want this, and then I want that from her. I don't know what to give her in exchange for it. But tell you what. Could use this on Yue Jin. I needed to do that anyway to do some restoration stuff. Then we'll do this. That'll bolster up my credibility to commendable.
Poised to strike.
And that allows me to then
together.
move in on Shijiang over here.
Have courage.
And now we can take this. But, unlike the other one, we're going to start a battle here and actually play this out because I have catapults. That means that the enemy is doomed to fight a battle in which...
Be fluid, friends, and we will rush to victory.
Fight.
Considered words, friend. Now let us prepare.
We got one more line in, anyone? Anyone else got any more words to give us?
All of China now watches. Conduct yourself with honor.
Oh, we're not doing a settlement battle anyway, never mind. Foibles. Alright, well. I mean, no need to make this more complicated than it needs to be. Formation. The eagle's wings. And that's it. Because now all we have to do is let the catapults continue firing on them. And then the archers will fire on them. And then we'll win. Oof. Oof. There used to be 120 people in this unit. Now there's 94. This is why you don't underestimate artillery. It's even worse because in the previous battle, you could tell that the enemy was using the loose formation, which spreads them out and makes it harder to, like... They're less clustered, so the catapults did individually less damage due to hitting fewer people each time. But in this case, because they don't have a general, they can't use the loose formation, so they just have to charge like this.
The enemy warriors
Yeah.
are running!
Yeah, they're down to less than half. I would expect them to run, that makes sense. Keep firing. And then as they start getting close, our archers start firing on them, and our crossbows start firing on them. They fire back, of course, but all of our people have shields, so it's not a big deal. If we could get some more shots in before they close into melee, that'd be nice. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right there.
The enemy
Because
unit
that is
flees.
definitely a
What
shattered
cowards!
army. And these guys are still running. They may circle back, but still not looking good for them. Hey, where do you think you're going? Use you? I don't think so. Jingshu Assault Infantry. Saber Militia, engage. Axe Band. Jingshu Assault. Do the assault. The Saber Militia will charge into them. These guys are probably not going to end up actually really in combat with them, but we'll start charging that way anyway.
Cavalry, stand ready. Go, go, go.
The cavalry move over here so we can hammer and anvil them perhaps. You'll charge into that. Cavalry will go here. And we're about to win. There's about to be a mass rout, I think.
The enemy unit flees!
Yep, there it goes. Shatter! Shatter, you! Break! Break and I win! There we go. Goodbye. And this was a settlement battle, of course, so I don't have to keep going. Too bad that wasn't a proper settlement battle, though. It's always fun to fire the catapults and other artillery into the enemy fortifications and force them to come out. Oh well.
Our just deeds were blessed.
And we'll occupy this.
No longer will corruption reign.
Alright, I don't really have any desire to move or to take Jingqing myself. However, if I do take it, I may be able to get a trade in for Jiangxi. I will probably take that. Even if my Imperial favor is still continuing to tank. And also once that is taken, that will be the end of Yuan Shao. And then we can move on to other things. This. Oh, I can actually. Yeah. Got P has a new plot now. Open another administration office. King Chun Guan. Yeah, this upgrade. I want to try and upgrade as many things as possible before we actually upgrade the city level. That said, once that is the only thing we can upgrade, then, you know, we'll do the upgrade. Alright. Are those my only 2 armies? Do I just have those 2? Should probably look into getting a 3rd army. How's it going down here? Why is that? Why is this still not being? Why is this still a thing that exists? Let's see, Sheng.
A joy to see you.
Can I target this because we don't actually have sight on them? That's enough. Upgrade? No, the cost doesn't. Let's see. So you can sort of see here, like, this is a small regional city, so the main reason for not doing the cities first for me is just a preference thing, because cities are easily the most expensive upgrades when you're upgrading settlements. So I like doing the other ones first because I can do a lot more of those, and it also helps just to have a nicer infrastructure, because the other flip side to this is that the larger a city is, the larger the max population gets. So for instance, if I go to, let's see, if we go to Pengcheng over here, and we cancel that for a second, you can see that right now a small city gives 800 population capacity. If I upgrade it to a city, then it goes up to 1 million people. Meanwhile, Hanei, which when I conquered it was a small regional city, which is 2 levels higher than a standard city, has 2 million population. And the reason that's important is because when you're looking at public order, there's a negative modifier that's added depending on if your population grows to a certain point. So the larger a city is, the larger its max population can be, which means the larger that negative public order modifier can be. So you want to try and upgrade things. I like upgrading things before that, just so that I have things in set up. And also, especially in the case of buildings that produce public order, like the station garrison, you want to have those in place as soon as possible. And try and upgrade them as soon as possible as well. But yeah, for the most part, it is basically just a preference thing on my part. Like, you don't need to upgrade everything else first. There's no explicit benefit to doing so. It's just that the non-city upgrades are less expensive, and then of course and I just always want to try and upgrade the public order buildings at least to counteract the potential, or rather the future, population malices. Alright, and I've done the Kong Rong thing, which means I'm getting more favor to counteract me attacking on Shao. The Xiaohu brothers are having a good time. Alright, let's see. So, next, I need to, actually, can I? We can just attack this and take it. Okay, that's good to know.
Strike together.
We'll just take this myself. And then once we've taken this, we'll be able to trade it for Zhangzi over here. And then at that point, I'll probably... I'm not going to make any more moves after that, because I want to see... Because right now, of course, the reason we're targeting Yuan Shao is because we're sort of doing that for the challenge. So I want to not have anything set up after that, because I want to see what the next challenge might be. I'm going to take a look at my court. So everyone that's in my council is in an army right now. So if I wanted to make a new army, I need to either pull administrators, form that army, and or Lady Beyond. Or I'd need to hire new people and put them in the army. Which I can do, but potentially causes issues with them leveling up and them wanting higher positions that are not available. So, with that being said... Oh look, it's Guan Ning. That's the guy that left, that guy just left Gong Suzan's faction for some reason. For some reason he really didn't like being there. I have no idea why. He is a very dutiful person though. I could hire him. I could like hire him and then maybe one other person. Probably some like Zhu Yi over here. If I hire them, what is his trait? Stubborn, committed, cautious. Yeah, if I hire Zhu Yi and Guan Ning, I could put them in an army with Lady Beyond. Although she's currently doing an assignment, so probably just a new army, and then add her after a little later, and possibly put Shao Pi in charge of that army instead. Of course, I can also verify which place where my administrator is right now. So you're in charge of Dong, so probably keep you here because just in case Gong Suzan is a problem. Yang Feng is in charge of Huainan. Where is Huainan? Huainan's over here, so I want to keep him there in Shouchun just in case we have problems with Che. Dian Wei is in charge of Chen, which is pretty... Okay, it's not technically centralized. It's like on the western part of my territory, but that is bordering Gongsun, Xujian, and Liu Bei, who are my allies, so I could pull Dian Wei if I wanted to, and then Zhu Chu is the administrator of GFP, which... Where is that? That one I don't remember. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yeah, that's also... I could also pull from Zhu Chu as well, if I wanted to. I could pull both of them, in fact. Yeah, that might be what I do. Yeah, because then, if I take them and Guan Ning, recruit him, and let's see. And then we go to Chen. For the, I'll have them start in Chen, Yan, then let's... So, Dian Wei,
Remain supple.
Chu,
Destroy
and
corruption.
Guan Ning. Have them go here.
I return. How fare the people?
Go to recruit. And... Actually, should probably focus first on replacing people that I might want to replace. So, I'll swap you out, and I'll swap you out. Yeah, I think I'll start by just making him all crossbows. Which in some cases actually reduces upkeep, which is nice. Then next turn, when I get more money, I'll work on replacing my other 2 generals' retinues with at least mid-tier. At least mid-tier forces. I keep sending out an assignment, so I'm looking for things that might add more assignments, like this one, industrial exploitation. And this one's counteract corruption. So yeah, I want to pull her along the bottom there. I could try and give her some. She doesn't really. She's happy with the current situation, being the wife of the person in charge. If we go back to the undercover network, he managed to replace everyone, but that's fine. We have more discrediting we can do. They do this. Oh, wait. No, I'm gonna discredit the faction view. Yep. Then that's done. Then we can get her to decide to leave permanently by targeting her specifically. Perfect. Having very effective spies makes a major difference in when you're doing actions like that, because you can notice that there's whenever I keep performing these actions, you'll notice that they get a little dilemma that requires me to expend additional resources from either my cover or my undercover network to make the action succeed. And on top of that, they also have, because of their relative skill and with the amount of support they're getting, that also affects how much of each resource replenish. So having it replenish quickly is very important and very helpful. Also, hero upkeep, which would imply that she's a part of the ruling, like the leading faction. But I don't have these as options. Maybe if I wait, but for now, what we've done will be enough to knock out another general from him. And once he reaches a point where he doesn't have any spares, that will help a lot. Alright, and we're getting the reserves back here, so public order is going back up. So, I have both of these already. What else do I have? I'm going to put in another Tution. That helps boost food production. Yeah, I'll do that. If it boosts food production, that's very useful. Because the other thing about upgrading cities is that each time you upgrade a city, well, more specifically, there's basically 10 levels for major settlements. It goes from small town, large town, and so that's sort of a trio that you have. Then you have small city, city, large city. That's another trio. Small regional city, large regional city is the third trio, and then at the very top you have imperial city. Now, once you get to the point where I'll let people talk in game just to make sure that I'm getting interrupted. So, once you get to small city, you start incurring a food penalty because the amount of population you have requires that you put dedicated food resources towards sustaining the population. So, what that means is that as you continue upgrading your cities,
and glory,
you have to make sure that you have enough food. Otherwise, you'll end up with, over here, your food will go down, because, like, I have, like, 66 food that is being delegated solely towards my cities. Fortunately, my farming is quite extensive, and I have 117 food coming in per turn from that. On top of smaller amounts from fishing and characters giving bonuses to food production. Let's see. Tenacity of steel, that's good. I like that. So basically what I'm saying is that you also want to be careful about upgrading your cities too quickly, and then you end up running out of food. Which I don't have that problem because Cao Cao is really good because he starts in a place that gives you a lot of food, there's a lot of places nearby that get food, and he has his special building which also boosts food production, so don't generally have problems, but you know.
We strike as one blade.
Also, I noticed that these guys, I'm just gonna starve them out.
Righteousness.
Yeah. I don't really need to do anything about that. I can just leave that to resolve itself. Unless they decide to attack me, which would not be a good idea for them. But they can't really do anything else. That's their only army and their only city. Their options are extremely limited at this point. Let's see, if I wanted to get the Mandate of Heaven, this would be the next thing I need. But is that what I want to do? If I do this, this reduces mustering turns by 2. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's much more cool. And then Sauren and Guojia are now oath-sworn, so they get bonuses when they're fighting together. Then the faction council is convened. So we can give Guanning satisfaction or reset his character tree. We can send Huai Xiang more reserves. We can impede Sen Yun Ting armies logistics. We can focus on agriculture, which would bolster population growth and our income by focusing on peasantry over commerce and industry, because we're far more focused on that anyway. We could target the city of Anyue to devastate the city. We can also help Yui Jin's army gain more experience, or we can improve the commandery infrastructure in Wei, which would also have its own benefits, but I'm gonna go check in on Guanning, because apparently that's he's not happy with his position. The 29. And recent events are reducing it by I have a spy. That just occurred to me, is that I have a spy in my ranks somewhere. Because if he's getting minus 40, that's someone's doing to me what I did to Gong Suzan to make him leave. But the joke's on them. I have ways of counteracting this. Let's see. Make him the general the standard that gives him 15 satisfaction and 5% range damage to his. No? Make him the general that brings tranquility to the north. That gives 20 satisfaction, but some of the effects are only standing. This also isn't a reducing the desire for office by half is pretty good. Yeah, let's go with Master of the Hunt, because that also actually that's more expensive. Playing Swallow General? Yeah, let's do General the standard, I think. Yeah. Only boosted by 15, but that's enough. And Yang Fang is at 50, but that's fine. That's plenty. I really wish I had any idea of who was the person causing me issues with. My brain keeps stopping. Causing the problems with what? Causing the problems with... yeah, I completely lost it. I don't remember what I was talking about anymore. Oh well. Meanwhile, however, thanks to what I've just done... Oh wait, Faction Council, I didn't do that yet. Yeah, so... Okay, so his thing we no longer have a thing here for bolstering his thing. We have some slight changes in other things because of that. We could give him guerrilla deployment. Entire army. That would be brutal. I think we're gonna impede enemy logistics. And then we're gonna go to our new army that's being formed in Chen, right here.
Persevere.
We're gonna look at the army. And we're gonna try and upgrade things. So first we swap out these guys. We'll get some Jingchu Zhou spears. And then over here we'll get some guards. And that'll sort of set a pattern for us to go off for the rest. So we go 1, 2, and then over here we go 1. And then I check to see how much money I have. I won't have enough money to do that for the rest. But I can at least get more geospheres here. And then next turn we'll finish flushing out these guys. That'll give us a very solid infantry force. Right?
My advisors recommend this.
That's not what I was expecting. I was not expecting them, Yuan Shao, to offer to be our vassal. Which I would like to do, but the game really wants me to not do that.
You are too greedy.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that would happen. It's fine. We'll probably get a... Okay, we didn't lose any forces in their entirety, but we did lose a lot of troops from that. We'll just take the income.
Let them go. They know not their folly.
Ironically, that solves a lot of problems for us. Well, okay, it doesn't really solve a problem, but at least that didn't reduce my imperial. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we just occupy this.
Peace and purity shall rule here now.
And that has just resulted in Yuan Shao's utter destruction, and so the path to glory has we're continuing to follow the path of glory. We have now we're going to get more public order, more population growth, and more income for 5 turns. Oh. It wants me to destroy Liu Bei next. That's awkward. Mainly because Liu Bei is one of the vassals as well. They also want me to destroy Sun Che, which I'm more readily willing to do, but not necessarily prepared to do. That being said,
No.
I think you need to wait there, so we'll just keep you there,
Resume standard positions.
and we'll move down.
Impossible.
And I'm gonna let Liu Bei and my allies decide if they want to continue expanding west, because I don't think I need to worry about that yet. Because you can see right here, we can see our prestige. Just as a reminder, prestige is what I gain mainly from having cities, which is one of the reasons why you do want to upgrade cities. Because if we look at Chen, for instance, Chen is currently a large city, and as a large city, it provides me with 20 prestige. If I upgraded it to a small regional city, I would get 25 total, so an additional 5. And actually, that might be what I want. But it depends on if I can finish recruiting for this army and still be able to afford it. Looks like I can, so I'm actually going to do this. The other way you can get it from most factions is via the building known as, from the administration office chain. Each level of this also gives prestige, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and then it could jump straight up to 30 if you get to the very end, which does require that you upgrade your settlement to at least a small regional city. For the Imperial Palace specifically, which you can only build once because it's, your palace basically, has to be built in an Imperial city, which, as a reminder, is the highest level one that you can have. It also requires the Mandate of Heaven technology, which was the one I was looking at that's way out here in the top right corner, right here. And you can see when I hover over it, it shows me all the technologies that are required. The ones in white with black borders are the ones I already have. The ones that are grayed out are the ones I still need to get. So that's going to take a while. But having an Imperial Palace is actually really useful because that also upgrades the garrison to make them more elite. It's also nice. In the meantime, though,
I answer your
let's upgrade
request, my
Sauren.
lord.
We can do this. This gives Encourage and plus 20 range block chance for melee cavalry, which he has 4 in his group, so definitely a good idea.
I answer, my lord.
And then Gojia, we can give this to give his units Flaming Shot, or we can do this, which gives more range damage to his. I go with the Flaming Shot, especially since we can also then these, which also bolster his range forces. Have a sword we can give you. Not one that you'd really benefit from. Alright. So the point that I want to make, so the point I was getting to is that at certain levels of prestige, as you can see here, you end up increasing your rank, which allows you to improve how many administrators you can have in cities, how many armies you can have, how many spies you can have, how many trade routes you can have, and how many assignments you can have people sent on at once. Now, this is important because right now I'm a duke. But once I get to the next rank, I'll become a king. And the first 3 warlords who are named king will proclaim themselves emperor. And this will result in the 3 kingdoms forming. And then at that point, the game changes to from building prestige to eliminate the other 2 kingdoms. As a short aside, it's not going to matter here, but if an AI becomes king, you still have time until you still have time to become a king yourself. As long as you're, because there has to be 3 kingdoms. As long as 3 NPC factions don't all become king before you, you can still become king normally. But once you, as the player, become a king, if there aren't already 2 other kingdoms, the strongest factions besides you will automatically be raised up to key kingdoms as well, so that you're not alone at the top, for the sake of making the campaign a little more interesting for you. Oh. Right, that was the thing I wanted to do as well. Okay, so I can try and fix this, which I'll do that. I'll repair it. That's fine. But once that's finished, I'm gonna leave, and then I'm gonna try and sell that to Xinjiang, so that I can get the city that you can kind of see in the bottom left corner right now. I'm not low enough to see the name, so I'll take a look at the name. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now, even though I've said it multiple times this stream. But such is our calling. Also, I am worried that Gongsu-zan is going to become one of the 3 kingdoms once I get to that point. That's going to be unfortunate position-wise. Sort of. I have 2 armies up here, so it's not that big a deal, but Jiangxi, that's the name. Jiangxi, that's what. All right, and now that we got that done, now that we're not there anymore, now we can go talk to our good friend Zhengzheng. Also, you can see that a lot of people are weaker than us now. Even Gongsu-zan is no longer of similar strength to us. Also, he's not in an alliance anymore. What happened there? Yeah, he doesn't like us anymore, which is to be somewhat expected. Anyue's interesting how they're no longer like at war with us. I'm not sure what's causing that. Also, it might be worth now trying to get Dangyang as a vassal. Fortunately, we can't get Xinjiang, but it is what it is. Speaking of Xinjiang.
Enter freely, friend.
Ah, it's nice to see you, friend. Here to join our coalition. I didn't think so. Very well, Bandit Queen. It's fine. I had other business. So, you know, yeah, that city called Zhengji. I was hoping we could arrange for some sort of trade in exchange for Jingqing. Yeah, I had a feeling you wouldn't really be into it because, yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case. Alright, so, fortunately for you, I have other things up for trade. However, I'm going to ask you to give me a moment, because I want to go through my existing armies.
Comes once more.
All of you have unique, so I don't need to worry about you. Tao Shang has unique armor, you have unique armor, you have unique armor. You don't, but I don't know if I actually have a unique you. Also give you this, why not? And then don't have anything there for you. And Cao Pi, I don't know if he comes with armor when he grows up. That being said, where can I see my... No, not this. Oh, I forgot I can adjust the tax level. I could, like, do this, which would reduce food and tax rate, but would raise public order. Or I could do this, reduce public order in exchange for getting more money and more food. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter. And I probably don't want to go for using public order. So that being said, we're gonna go back to Xinjiang. I've ascertained what I do and not need to keep. So, in exchange for Jiangxi, give you Jingqing. And then, what else would you want to make this work? You would just want to buy that from me for money. Yeah, that's not happening. No. Game, please. If I put something as a condition, please keep it up there. And then make it work from there. Anyway. You know what? We'll give you both of these G's. I'll give you... I'll give you this armor. And... see how you like that. Okay, that helped a bit. Not enough though. I'll throw the forged iron skew. That brings this down to 14. If I make a payment, right now I have 4171. Oh. Oh, here we go, 4171. Click off of it. That brings that down to 8. I can offer a food trade. If I offer you 10. Yep, that would help. That helps. Alright. You're willing to do the trade? Cool.
This more than meets my needs.
Excellent. Very glad we were able to come to an agreement, my friend. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Unfortunately, my friend, I do not, unfortunately, understanding what you're saying is going to be impossible without constantly going back between Google Translate. But I have translated what you said so far. Unfortunately, Google Translate is not the best for translating things, but if I'm understanding you correctly, I think you're just commenting on what's happening. But yes, as it turns out, I am in fact, once I do this upgrade, I am in fact going to, as Cao Cao, declare myself emperor, as historically what happened. Which, you know, having the historical advantage definitely helps when you're playing a historical strategy game. Funny how that kind of thing works. So, strictly speaking, it didn't go that well for Cao Cao. As indicated by the fact that his dynasty lasted for like 1 generation. But then again, the guy that ended up taking over afterwards lasted like 100 years, which in Chinese history isn't that long compared to most dynasties, I think. I have to verify. I don't really remember. Anyway, let's see. I'll get more armies. I'll get one more army just in case. Maybe one more spy. I don't really need more spies. Trade agreement, and then 2 more administrators, another trade agreement, and I guess another army just cuz. And now there's going to be a cutscene, I believe.
Opportunity is seldom presented and easily lost. The Emperor is vulnerable. Warlords rise to his defense, whilst others cannot resist the lure of power. They stake their claim with steel and blood. In the ever-growing chaos, there is only one absolute truth. China's fate will be forged in war.
And now comes to the fun part. Possibly. Oh wait, was that just the Reach Duke? No, that was the Become King. Now I have to become an Emperor of China. So, yeah, I believe now, let's see. Oh, no, wait, I'm dumb. I'm a duchy now. Never mind, I'm not a king yet. I'm not a king yet. I made a mistake. I'm not a king yet. We still have a ways to go. Oh, embarrassing. Alright. So I still have a while to go before I can get there, because if I look at the current thing, I now need another 194 prestige to get to the king rank. I thought I was already the duke. I'm not. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's not good. On the bright side, we have a new prime minister now. And don't actually have anyone to really put there. We could put Guan Ning in. I don't. Guan Ning should be put there. I can, however, make him an administrator if I want. That would help. But more likely what I'm thinking I might do is try and push someone else that Cao Cao likes. Let's see. No one likes Cao Cao in this count except for Guo. And move him here, which would then increase satisfaction faction-wide by 2. And then reduce corruption by 10 faction-wide. And then plus 15 undercover network cost for enemy spies. That would be useful. And it would actually ironically reduce his salary. But I'll have to think about that. Might be worth instead trying to find, if like someone famous ends up becoming available to hire, I can make him for the prime minister instead. But at the very least, I could definitely maybe make an attempt to try and at least find some administrators. Are you saying that I sound Vietnamese, or are you saying that the characters do? Because I can see like, potentially I could see an argument being made for the latter, but I don't think I sound Vietnamese. But if I do, that would be interesting information to learn for sure. Now,
My blade is poised.
I don't know what to do now. We're in a very tenuous position now, because we're gonna go back to the map for a second, and I need you to understand what the situation is. So I'm currently now the Duke of Wei, which will one day hopefully become the Kingdom of Wei. To the north we have Gongsu-zan. To the west we have Han Anyue and Gongdu, and to the south we have Sun Che. Now, if I had to guess, I'm gonna guess that Sun Che and Gongsun-zan, if I became a king, would end up each being elevated to the status of being a king as well. Which means I would be smack in the dab middle of my rivals. The one advantage I would have, though, is that I could deal with Gongsu-zan directly because I directly border his lands, whereas I have Liu Bei and my vassals sort of as a buffer against Sun Che in the south. So I kind of have to consider how I want my forces to be arrayed when that happens. To put it another way, I need to consider making sure I have armies here in case I end up immediately going to war with Gongsu-zan, while probably also now wanting to continue and advance to the west to get more territories, and in doing so increase my prestige, because if I do it just by upgrading cities, eventually I'll run into a food problem, and I can only do that so much anyway. Not to mention taking full cities is a lot faster. That being said, let's see. We're gonna demolish this. We'll upgrade this. We need to convert these when I have more money. And then Cao. He does not get along with either general in his army. Any changes and traits over time. Fun. Now we'll just have Cao sort of start moving west. So we can try and see if we can like take Hedong for instance. Blah. Take Anyue, Puzhu. Pingyang looks like it's gonna be taken by Xinjiang, so not much I can do about that unless I decide to attack Xinjiang, which I certainly could do. That might actually be a good way of getting a lot of territory quickly. Especially since she's a bandit faction, so I wouldn't actually lose Imperial favor by doing so either. Now, the other thing that we could do that might be interesting is if we targeted Gongsun-zan. If we focus on decreasing his favor, and what might happen is we might be able to get him marked as an enemy of the Han. And then we would be able to go after his territories now, which then would likely cause someone else to then be made a kingdom. That could work in our favor. My only worry is that then I would have to commit full resources now to dealing with it, and I don't want to do that. I also don't know where to go otherwise. Kind of trapped. Just a bit. Have to figure out what I want to do about that, but let's see. How are you guys doing over there, by the way? Are you guys at war with the Han Empire? I don't think I technically am. I think I'm just at war with the person in charge. Which actually means one other thing I could do is I can march west, take Chang'an, and gain control of the Emperor that way. And if my Imperial favor is high enough, I could maintain that. Be lovely. Just lovely. That being said, we're gonna keep things at now. We gotta wait one more turn for this army to be built up. Then we can we could theoretically send them west. I'm either gonna send Dian Wei west or north.
War
I think.
demands your attention.
Don't want. On the other hand, you're getting 4 white with you.
I only hope you don't regret this.
Alright, so we have another issue now. Looking at things. And that issue is called Sun Che. Sun Che is pushing in on Yuan Bei, which is resulting in the thing where now he's kind of bordering my vassals. And my vassals I want to keep protected because they give me money that I use to build my armies and to improve my infrastructure and such other delightful things. Oh, Gongsun Shuqiang has declared war on Xinjiang. That sounds fun. So yeah, the problem is that I may need to send an army down south to deal with Sun Che. It's starting to get a little too... Wang Lang's doing pretty good now that he has my protection, though. Appreciate that. But yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to send Yuan Wei south. To potentially this problem. Probably also put him in march stance. Get there a little faster. There we go. There we go. 4 turns instead of 7. Much better. And then we got a new scheme. Which means that I can do dominion over the realm again. Free tech. The most broken skill in the game. The most broken scheme, that is. Do this. Regular palace attack? No, wait. Okay, yeah, no, I do need regular palace attendants. Iron and salt agencies. Let's do this. Actually, in that case...
Oh, it is you.
You mean you don't want peace? Why do you not want peace? Are you serious? Are you fools? I'm wiping you out of existence. You know what? Alternate plan. I'm going to let my vassals and allies deal with Han Anyue. I'm going to reconsolidate my forces.
As one.
Which means that Yue Jin is heading south. And he'll join Dian Wei in the potential war to come against Sun Che, while I focus funding towards upgrading cities still. Or continuing to upgrade cities. Upgrade this to a large city. I think that should be doable. That increase building slots. Doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I don't need it to. And then Peng Cheng, we have another slot here now, which we could theoretically put towards a building that'll improve public order here. Do a grain storage. We can't afford to do any here. We have these guys here. Nothing else to do there. Once this building is finished, though, we'll probably upgrade these guys. Or rather, convert them. We need to convert them, that's the most important right now. And then... Anyue has stuff way out there, huh? Fire manager. Trustworthy, just checking the things. I don't suppose there's any new people. I can't afford anyone anyway, but is there any new people that I want to hire? Han Fu. I don't remember what Han Fu is, but I'll wait until next turn to figure that out. Yep, as we can see, my vassals are taking very good care of Han. Okay? Appreciate if she sent like a peace, a proposal of peace. Yes, that's the wording I wanted. Preferably coming with paying me some money. I would vassalize her, except she's in charge of the Han Empire, so she can't. Also, fun note, if I remember correctly, if my vassals take... One of my vassals takes it instead. Oh. You discover a plot against you. An imperial decree has been secreted inside a jade girdle, meant as instructions towards a conspiracy. It transpires that Liu Bei and Ma Teng have knowledge of this betrayal and are surely planning to move against you. If I ignore it, this will increase recruitment, and if I crush it, I'll crush it. And if I expose the plot, I have massively reduced diplomatic relations with Ma Teng and Liu Bei. That would potentially help with a problem we've been having. And that will make him dislike us a lot, but he likes us way too much for that to actually have had a significant effect on his opinion of us. On the other hand, Ma Teng is definitely not going to like this situation. Not that I care, he's not nearly strong enough to actually be a threat. As things stand, we're going to continue having Yue Jin move south, and we'll have Dian Wei continue moving south. Like this. Yuan Wei's definitely going to get there a lot faster because I have him in the march stance and he was closer to begin with. But hopefully Yue Jin's forces will become fully replenished soon, and then I can send him on march stance. Let's see. Wei. Yeah. Do this. Start bolstering up her prestige. That. Prestige. Can't afford to do anything else. Actually, in that case, hold on. Someone I can hire. We're looking at Han Fu. Diligent agriculturalist. He gives, if I make him prime minister, we get 15% income from peasantry. That's not bad actually. Named cheerful, so that gives +5 satisfaction faction wide. Reduce revenue upkeep and less desire for higher office, which wouldn't matter if I made him prime minister. Well, the revenue upkeep might still be. If I make him humble, also doesn't matter if I make him prime minister, and if he's trusting. That's -10 undercover network cost for enemy supplies, so that's not good. Not gonna pick him. Alright, I'll keep waiting then for someone to come along. Although in the meantime, I could also check to see if I can find anyone worthy of being an administrator. Not you. Okay, what about you? I'm not really explaining it. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to find someone with a with one of these traits that boosts if they're made in charge of a commandery, because that's what you're looking for an administrator for obvious reasons. So far, no one seems to have any skills that apply to a commandery, positive or negative. Still nothing. No. You. No. No. Oh, this one increases mustering turns but increases income in the commandery. That's not bad. You're also an inspector, which means you reduce mustering turns faction wide if I make you minister. That's on top of reducing corruption by 5% as well. But I'm gonna keep waiting, see if I can find someone else. Yep, buy this again. And Anyue is still stubbornly trying to resist us, even though I believe we only went to war against her in the first place because she was allies with Yuan Shao. Unless I just never made peace with Dongzhuo, that war is still going on. I could see that being the case. At any rate, Anyue. Still not green here, so I'm gonna keep waiting. see. Make a trade agreement with Xinjiang. I have options for vassalization, but none of them are appealing. At least not particularly. Got a lot of non-aggression packs I could do, but again, not really a point. Now we're gonna look at the faction council. Let's see. We have some options here. This is actually an interesting one. Improved force deployment capability. If I do this, if I have the money to do so, what you could do is I could just like have Yue Jin's army entirely recalled, and then reform them at like down here, and that would get them moved a lot faster. You know what?
Steel for
Let's
battle.
experiment with this.
Good day to you.
Let's recall retinues.
All must unite.
Embrace impulse.
That gets rid of that army. Then we do this. Yeah, I can take a look through these things. See if there's anything I wanted. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we'd select this. Then what that does is if I go down here, I want to raise an army of Cao. I have to wait one turn, but the total cost would be 1728 here, 1674 here, and 1343. Which on the other one hand, kind of seems like it could be considered a lot, but on the flip side, because I did that, my upkeep has, or rather my income has gone up because I'm no longer paying the upkeep for that army. So that alone will ensure that I can afford to redeploy them next. And then we got another tech we can research. So I'm going to, let's see, I need metropolitan superintendents, right? Yeah, so this reduces the construction cost for settlement administration buildings. And then if I do this, this gives me more satisfaction for commanders, another administrator position, and it gives us a couple more building options. Not that I'm going to be able to use those building options for quite some time, but whatever. Xiahou Dun has a level. Vengeance. Xiahou Dun fights best in the thick of it, but may lose his composure. If not routing and under fire, he gains melee damage, armor piercing, and more knockback. And of course, this also boosts things. And then Lady Beyond has a level, so we continue moving here because we want more of those assignments. Speaking of which, I think she can send on an assignment again. Can she? No, she's still doing something. 6 turns, never mind. Never mind. We have new people that we can look at. This is a poacher. Doesn't grant any. Yeah, this person doesn't grant us anything good. Yue is the tactician, so he gives +1 starting rank for all recruits if I make him prime minister. He also gives more satisfaction from disciplinarian, more trade influence from trustworthy, and he's obstinate. So Yue here is actually a pretty decent candidate for prime. This trader gives me more trade influence. That's not good. Yeah, that's not great. Leo Fun. I don't remember if I looked at Leo Fun. I think I did. You're an outsider, so that reduces corruption. Reduced construction costs faction-wide is pretty nice. Then you're fraternal. Less desire for higher office, so give and take there. I'll keep waiting. And in the meantime, let's continue our construction efforts. Let's see. Dong we can upgrade as a city. Not gonna do that now though. This we can do. Let's see. Actually, we'll that. Ping Cheng, build that. Oh no, we can't afford anything else, can we? Nope. All right. And then
Serve the people.
Yuan is still moving. We keep doing that.
Marching.
I'm actually curious. Can we get Yuan Bei out of the
Good
coalition?
and noble friend, welcome.
No, no, we can't. All right, that's fine. I'll just keep it there. Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right. Oh, Shang has become frivolous. Hopefully that's not a really bad thing. You wait a turn. By the way, does he own this? He does. That's good then. If I take that, I might be able to sell that to Liu Bei. I don't know for what, but could sell it. Another scandal at court. Anyue's satisfaction is reduced by 30.
Remain honest.
Oh no, his loyalty is now 57. Whatever will I do? Oh no, it's so sad. This again. Increase diplomatic relations again and get another 10 credibility. Let's do that. Yes, if I can get it really high. And then do here.
Towards peace.
Chao, we will raise an army. That will be led by Yue Jin again.
Remain
And
firm.
then we'll add Cao Ren.
Resist the chaos
Apparently
of change.
Guojia doesn't like Yue Jin, but that's too bad. You're still going to be in the army with them.
Serve peace.
I
And
will
then I
be
put you guys
alone
here.
for a time.
And it'll only take 2 turns for you guys to become fully replenished. So that's actually really nice. That's a lot faster than just walking them down. But only because I could afford it, mind you. We have more upgrades to look at. Chain Dang, we can convert this as well. Yep. I'll do that. Wei, we can upgrade this. Anything else? P, I can upgrade this. Make a barracks of military settlers. Very nice. That plus 40% food production is very noticeable. Or it will be. We're not actually at it yet. As we can see, my allies are really bringing it to Han Anyue. You really think she'd give up by now, honestly.
Well met, friend.
Oh, I could bring him into our coalition. That'd be crazy. It'd be insane to do. That's definitely not a good idea.
Enter
Jump.
freely, friend.
Still don't want to join? Yeah, I didn't think so. How about Kong Rong? Kong Rong,
Glad to see you.
why do you not want to join us? Oh, because ally is a major threat. Okay. I mean, still don't understand that really, but you know, you do you. Meanwhile, I check the create vassal thing again. No good options. Ciao. Oh, I could trade with you. Wait. Can I destroy you at some point? I feel like I destroyed you in a previous stream. How are you back? Something needs to be done about this. Fortunately, I have armies nearby that can do something about this. Oh yeah, I have a new building slot here. I could add the Tutian conscription here. That'd be a good idea. Start building up that food production.
There is much we could achieve together.
I acknowledge that you want him to join, but he doesn't want to join, and neither do the others. So, you know, nice attempt, but for naught. And I really hope Liu Bei doesn't become overly powerful, because the one thing you don't want is for you and another member of your alliance or coalition to become kings, and then you have to deal with people having to pick sides. That being said, Zhang Yang is no longer with us. He has been utterly obliterated by Gong Xuzan. Which means I really need to figure out what to do about Xinjiang.
We could do much good today.
There could be many potential problems. Many potential. If things are not done well.
Take a seat.
Right now, though, Gong Xuzan is not at war with Xinjiang. Not gonna worry about that immediately, at least. This requires one more turn. Then we're gonna move and probably take out Zheng Chao. And then after that, we will work on dealing with Kun Che taking all this territory. That's very close to my allies. I really don't appreciate him doing this.
Embarking.
These can't be upgraded. These can be upgraded, so upgrade the commandariat, or let's see, if we do the secretariat, that would require then upgrading it to the Imperial Palace. So we're gonna do court. And then Shangdang has an empty space. We'll do land development. No, we'll do the Dutian construction. Yeah. And then when we upgrade this to a proper city, we'll add another slot, and then we'll use that for a public order building. And we have more. If we got enough money, I would need to make a note to upgrade that. But for now, we're gonna upgrade this. That's all that we can do now. And then next turn, I'm gonna make sure to check to see if we have any more candidates. Because Zhang Yang might now be available for hire. If I can hire him, he might be a good option for a prime minister. Theoretically an administrator, but he's a bandit, so he probably doesn't have good skills for that, and he's probably too high level to be willing to do that without having some resentment for it. G is declared war on Shamoke. Cao P has grown up. Yay! Resource. I didn't really pay attention to that, but it's fine. Alright, so don't see Zheng. That's unfortunate. Who did we get that's new? We got a lot of people there. Oh boy. Alright. Let's see. Zhu Yi I've seen before. Zheng Jin we have. Vengeful, cordial, which gives more commerce from a commandery, but he also wants to be independent more. This woman have anything that's good? Ying Ningrui. Oh. Minus 10% recruitment cost in an administered commandery. That's not bad. Decreased ambition to gain independence as ooh. Relentless. Alright, so doesn't have any particular benefits that are really good, but overall not bad either. Spending creative. A frivolous, artful. That's not bad. Trusting and arrogant. So I'll consider you. Liu Hong is a lookout, so plus 10 undercover network cost for enemy spies. Deceitful, scholarly, obstinate, so not really interested. Use a traitor so to get trade influence thing again. Cowardly, pathetic, modest. Maybe. You, less corruption, enigmatic, resourceful, and composed. Huh. Who was that one? Anyue? Yeah, she might be a good administrator. Yeah, I'm gonna recruit her and put her as an. Put her in charge of. Go with Shangdang because that's on the western fringes. So if I need to recruit a new army ASAP, that's a good position to from. Guanning. Does Guanning have anything that makes him good for a minute? Not really, no. Alright. Alright, so I'll just leave that. That's one slot. It's filled. And then we can upgrade this. Chen, we can upgrade this and get the Secretariat. Because that does lead to the Imperial Palace, and I want that at Chen because that's our capital. So we'll do the Secretariat here. And then Shangdang, we can upgrade this again. And then Wei, we can upgrade this into a patrol barracks. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. That finishes that. Dion Wei, you are going to stay where you are. Of you in camp. Wei Jin, in the meanwhile, is going to move this way. And then in 3 turns, is going to assault Gao Yu, and then we'll take that. I have another scheme of it. Oh, this is Hawk and Tiger Moon. Yeah, we can give that to Yui Jin then. Give us more credibility. Now we're at Admirable.
Deflect with shield.
And that will
Cleave
allow
with
you
sword.
to move farther. No need to go quite that far though. Then Cao P is ready to have points allocated. Let's see. I'm gonna go with nobility and dignity. Give you the clay pig just to boost your authority a bit. You have that. We'll give you this sword. We have some options. We'll give you the scholar. That's also a good option. Political
The
animal.
old ways must fall like leaves from the branch.
He is a political animal. In war, you can only be killed once, but in politics, many times. And he also has minus 10% corruption faction-wide, as the heir. Also dutiful, which for him doesn't really mean much because he's the heir. He's clever, so he gets more experience, and he's cruel, so minus for public order is not the best. But we're also getting plus 10% income from peasantry in return. And his own army, if he were hired, would be gaining 5 military supplies per turn. Alright. Let's move on.
We look forward to your answer.
Listen, Sun Che, I wouldn't mind, but the others do, and that's the problem.
Your decision.
Also, don't think I don't notice that army over there, Han Anyue. I'll move Cao Cao and intercept and just obliterate that army if I need to. Alright, so here. Actually, if we go right past it. Ooh, we can. One of my children's gained solitary. Oh well. Oh, I can't put ambush? I thought you said I had 31%. Ah, you lied to me. Fine, we'll just station ourselves in the city. I'll keep supplies up. Chu has gained a level. This will increase the armor for all spear infantry and their retinue, which is their entire retinue, and plus 20% income from peasantry, which them being a administrator obviously helps. now we will go and here.
Have courage!
Alright.
Strike them!
I demand your surrender. I didn't think you would surrender, but I wanted to demand it anyway. Now, let's see. Can I get a map view? Okay, so this would just be a normal battle, so I'm just gonna start them out.
It is our time to be heard!
If it would have been a proper settlement battle, I would have actually done that, but it's not, so I won't. Keep that going, and then we have money again to put into infrastructure. GP, we're at a point where population is to overrate that. That's kind of, but it would take a million years to get to that point anyway. I think we can afford to upgrade you. Yeah, a little more prestige going, making you a proper city. I think Congo is one of my vassals. Yep. Why, he's allowed to live. And as we can see, Hedong is now very separated from the rest of its allied territories, and can be upgraded. We can upgrade this. Gotcha. Then we can do this. That covers everything I can do money-wise for this turn. And Anyue is just going to wait there until Yue Jin joins them, and then they will start beating Sun Fei into the dirt. Hopefully. This is a bold, bold move. Yeah, that's about what I'd expect. I'll take the replenishment, thank you.
Without delay!
I'm going to guess that I'm going to automatically get the cell missiles. Or are you going to make me actually attack it again? You're going to make me actually attack it again. Of course, it's going to take 4 turns before they surrender, so I'm not going to do that. We're just going to delegate.
It was heaven's plan. They are lost and need guidance.
Zhang Chao is gone. And we have the faction council again. We can reset someone's character skill tree. We can improve commandery infrastructure. We can sabotage someone's army. We can assign military instructors. We can acquire another auxiliary or foul the crops of an enemy faction. We can take a political hostage from a vassal. Which would be interesting. I'm not really worried about them, honest. We can also circulate propaganda, which gives public order and population growth faction light. That might be a good idea. Then that helps boost my money. Let me look at Ying Yue. See what her skill, where thing is. Where do I see them? Oh, right here. Doesn't really have any commandery focused things anyway, so I don't feel like it's necessary. Also gonna bolster our money a bit. Yeah, I don't think I need to really reset their character tree. Oh, we could reset Cao Pi's now, but still not really necessary. Could circulate propaganda. I'll do that. That'll help me in the long run more. Now, we once again try and get something else. We get the 6 bureaus of bureaucracy, which will give another administrative position. Well, I mentioned what this is for, but the point is that that also lends towards Mandate of Heaven. At which point, all we need then is this, Iron and Salt Agencies, and then coin minting, and then we can get the Mandate of Heaven, get the Imperial Palace, and unlock some nice fancy units. In the meantime, we'll upgrade this. Let's see, upgrade this. Up with our food. We gain Gao Yu, so we'll go repair that and then probably convert it later. Go this way. Now, what? Do I have a deal with Sun Ce right now? We have a non-aggression pact. Okay. Well, I need to get rid of this non-aggression pact in preparation for potentially fighting him.
Until we meet again.
Fortunately, that doesn't make him dislike us enough that I'm worried. What would be really nice is if I could find an opportunity to create a proxy war. What would be really powerful as Cao is, if I became one of the 3 kingdoms, if I was able to use a proxy war to get the other 2 kingdoms to go to war with each other and sort of start eating each other. And then I feast on the remains like a vulture. I don't know that that's setting a really good reputation for myself, but I don't care. Now, we could try and go and attack this. I think I will. I'm just gonna sort of drain them.
No mercy.
Actually, I'll demand a surrender. Yeah, I didn't think they'd go for it. Alright. So we'll start building these. Just so we have something to do. And then we'll continue the siege. We'll just sort of leave it as is. Because there's no way they would be able to win a battle against us, so... just sort of staying there, and then we wait. And then hopefully they don't force me to take it, because actually what I want to do is not take it and then retreat from the siege and then go back. I basically just want to atrophy their forces. Be attrition, of course.
We must rest.
And I'll have you go back in there because you'll regain faster. Right. Looking good. I do have to wait a number of turns before I can actually declare war on Sun Ce without a diplomatic penalty, but it'll take time for Yue Jin to get over to Dianwei anyway, so... A Yellow Turban Rebellion going on over here. I think I'll go have Dianwei deal with that. Ooh, Gong Suzan has declared war on Han Anyue. And Gong's faction disappeared. We got nighttime raids against Cao Cao. Proving the efficiency of your reporting network, word has swiftly reached you that one of your expeditionary forces is constantly beset by enemy raids since embarking on its mission, which has had the disastrous effect of sapping the morale of your soldiers as well as depleting their much-needed supplies. Further discussion with your agents reveals that these raids were led by an enemy minister intent on stopping your advance through the region. Even in this timeline, Liu Bei is being an annoyance. Now let's go and let's infect the enemy. And we are losing supplies because stuff that's good. But even so, we're definitely having it much worse.
Stand as nobly as the mountain.
Yeah, because I could definitely fight this, and I would definitely win, but I don't want to win.
Wipe them out!
I just want to discourage them from making hasty decisions in the future. With that being said, you agent, I need you to start moving. We're gonna have you move here, actually, because what I want to do is have you go for Shiqin over here, and then Jinan. Or sweep in from this way while Dianwei sort of moves this way, and then you'll meet over here, and then keep moving westward.
Vent
But
frustration.
first, We have other things to take care of.
Return to standard position.
Like people having, starting rebellions against my vassals. You can't have that. No, no, no. Now we're gonna have a judiciary, which is also nice, because, this, massively, reduces corruption. These are very useful buildings to have. And this is now a small regional city. If I upgraded again, that would bring it to 6 slots, which means that then I could consider like having another building that reduces public order. That'd be a good idea. And then Cao P gain another level. Let's see. Oh, this is good. This gives starting rank for all recruits. And then we can't afford to do anything with the court, so I'll just do that. Not sure why Liu Bei isn't going for Anyue over there. He would, I imagine he can take it quite easily, but he's really just sitting on Puzhu. Maybe he sees an enemy army that I don't, and he's holding that position because he knows they'll take it if he moves. But really, if he just took Anyue, it's not like that far. It wouldn't really be an issue, I don't think. But it's his decision to make. I don't really care anyway. Gary Governor! Overseeing a tiresome and long-standing quarrel between landowners, this administrator silently places a small blade on the table between them and gives each a hard stare. The landowners quickly come to a compromise, and the administrator's intimidating reputation means less agitating over petty squabbles will be needed in the future.
Lift the peasants.
Good work. And now we have this army over here. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's obviously no need to delegate, or rather there's no need to actually participate myself. But I may or may not be slightly sadistic. Also, this is a brand spanking new army that hasn't seen any actual battle yet. Oh no for them. I have them surrounded on all fronts. This is gonna be fun. I can have some fun with this. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, so they have this camp here. Oh, actually, if they have the camp, then I can't do what I wanted to. Oh well. That's fine. I don't care. We just do this. And then we collect all of our forces together and choose the Eagle's Wings formation. We set up over here. We start the battle. And for some reason they've decided to move out to meet us instead of staying in their encampment, which is going to be their doom. He wants to challenge Zhu Chu. I'm gonna wait as long as possible. Oh, she's not moving anymore. Never mind. I accept the challenge. And also my crossbowmen have free reign to begin firing as they wish. Crossbows, keep firing, keep firing. And Zhu Chu, feel free to do the earth-shattering strike.
Earth-shattering strike!
Alright, prepare the earth-shattering strike, Zhu Chu. Oh god! That looked painful. That was delightful. And in the forefront we can see crossbows firing at the soldiers that are moving in. Some of them seem to be retreating. Their enemy general is already dead? I didn't... That took like 2 seconds. What did you do to them?
Unleash fury! To battle!
Yikes. Alright, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna move them to the side. And we're gonna take this and this. them to the side, and I think that will give the crossbows better vision. Yep, there we go. Now you can see that the crossbows are able to fire on maps.
Keep it up! That's right!
Yeah, that's why I need to remember, I gotta put the crossbows in the front. As a matter of fact, let's have a rematch. Let's do that again, but this time I'm gonna make sure to put the crossbows in the front so they can shoot at everything going in. Because I suspect that will work a lot better. Zhu will, of course, engage with their enemy lord, just like this time, or like last time. And then we can get another view of that delightful move that proved to be oh so spectacularly brutal. And we'll keep skirmish mode on, and we'll pick the cautious dragon. And we'll get that tower going again. Put it right here. Yep. And then, just because we have them, we're gonna put some stakes over here, even though they don't have any cavalry to take advantage of this. Or rather, that to require this. And we'll splatter some oil right there. Alright. And then just to verify, ooh. Wait, does everyone have these? No, okay, that's fine. Kinda curious though. How far can you do this? Ooh. I like this. Hold on. We're gonna just throw caltrops ahead of the crossbow. Like this. We also have shield walls they can put up, but that's not necessary, obviously. This. These two are not going to do it yet. We're going to do this, and then you guys are going to do this. Oh. Never mind. Never mind then. If that also has to be directed, there's no point. I'm gonna wait.
Our men are spotted!
Just throwing all these delightful little caltrops that you can see here on the ground. Anyone who walks on those is gonna have a bad time. And we'll wait again until she stops moving. Stop moving.
You will.
Alright. Then, once he's moved to there, that is the time when now we will take these caltrops and put them here. And we'll take these caltrops and put them here. And in doing so, it is now impossible to actually reach our forces without getting run over by that.
At the ready!
And then, once he gets off and he starts getting into the fighting...
Earth-shattering strike!
Earth-shattering strike! Go! Oh my god, that takes away like a half of her health. And it also removes all of her melee evasion. No wonder she got defeated so quickly. Sheesh. This time she seems to have gotten in more hits. So he's not going to defeat her as quickly as last time, but... he is going to defeat her.
The enemy general is fallen. They were no match.
And these guys are running for their lives. Unfortunately, not quite getting out of range enough to all survive. That one guy might survive, though. Yep, he lived. And so we're going to claim victory from that. Even if the army had been a lot bigger, I think with that combination of units, I could do a lot. Because all those caltrops Meaning that if the enemy doesn't have cavalry, they're not likely to... The AI isn't going to go around those, I don't think. They're going to go straight through them and try and engage our forces as quickly as possible. Which, in honesty, even if they did try to go around, I could obviously move to intercept that quite easily. But having the crossbows in front like that was particularly brutal. As was that blow there that Zhu Chu gave.
Our victory is proof of heaven's approval.
Like, yikes. And I guess we'll just seize the supplies.
We take this in the name of the people.
Wait, what do you mean there's still an army to fight?
For honor.
I'll just delegate this time.
Our faith
Good work, Yuan.
was rewarded.
We lost one unit apparently. I don't know how that happened. I'll take more military
They shall
supplies.
cede all to us. Frustration.
And then we'll start making our way back over to here. And anyway, Jin will continue moving.
Marching.
Yang Fang has gone up. We'll do vengeance here. We have a new thing we could give, but that's something we'd want to give to someone of a more important position like Shao. Shao, I'm gonna switch out your accessory for this Book of Rights. There you go. And then I'm gonna check again to see if we have any good candidates. I don't feel like we do. Oh. Oh well. At least we can still build things. Let's see. It's here. I'll do this first. And Chen, we can upgrade this. And that looks like that's it. Alright. And then of course we maintain the siege over here. Which... still gonna be a couple turns before they run out of supplies, but that's fine. We'll continue the siege regardless. And Zhuchu and Guaning, Dianwei and Guaning, and Dianwei and Zhuchu are now friends, having fought alongside each other in battle, even though the only one that actually did any fighting was Zhuchu, but it's fine. I'm sure that a lot of interesting fighting was going on during the whatever it is I'm thinking of, I don't know. But let's see. I'm gonna go 2 more turns, or maybe 1 more turn. 2 more turns. Yeah. We're gonna go to the beginning of year 205, and then I'll call it there. Don't expect anything to happen during that time, just to keep in mind, but just so that we have a neat date to end things on. Got the feeling there's going to be another rebellion here soon.
Serve the people.
I'm probably, you know what? We're going to only move to like here. Because that way we'll be able to intercept the rebellion in 1 turn once it appears. And you're still replenishing, so we'll move here. And the character developments. We have some new people. Yuan is definitely traitor, of course. They're greedy, they're fiery, and they're stern. No. Sheng Shan Shu is intimidating, impeccable, and trustworthy. That's not a bad combination for the Prime Minister. Anyue, who's a magician, so she actually has something that inherently gives bonuses to the local commandery. Just good satisfaction. He might be a good option. Then Lang Ping is an advisor, so more experience to people. Lower satisfaction, solitary, more income from resources. Zhong Yue. Outsider. I don't remember if we run into her, but oh no, she's definitely different. She's reckless though, so I don't know if she'd make a good administrator. She doesn't look like she'd make a good prime minister either, but We can hire you, Anyue. Put her in charge of one, because she will give benefits to there. There's a public order. And Wei? Yeah, Wei's a good option. Alright. And because of technology, we still have one more administrator slot, but we're slowly filling up the roster in a way that isn't cutting into our finances much. As far as these go, we can upgrade this in Chen. So we can even further bolster our food production, which at this point is starting to become quite absurd. We have 80 spare food. How do I have 80 spare food? It's because of that. It's because of the Tutian conscription camps on top of starting in a breadbasket. So I know why it's working, but it's still absurd to just sort of watch unfold. All right, let's see. Cao Cao. We have industry here, and we have farming and peasantry. Oh. Oh, I can't convert that into a farming thing. Okay. That explains why we have a military building here. Oh, we don't have an administration office here. Let's fix that. There we go. And moving onwards to the next season. Unche has signed a peace treaty with the Josti. And we have another option to gain more this of our credibility. And soon we'll be able to get even more credibility. Especially once we can get dominion over the realm again. But yeah, the diplomatic relations getting increased is always a good thing to see. Doesn't look like we got new in. Cao Sheng has become creative, which doesn't help us really. Apart from technically making him a little better at his job, but not better at making him a better administrator.
One route.
And then Yue Jin will go here, and then soon we will move into Shiqin. But won't be this stream. Now Shangdang, we can upgrade this from a small city to a normal city. And I'll do that because they'll give us another building slot here once that goes through. Hainan will upgrade this. And now we're at 363 out of 500, so we still need another 137 prestige. So we're getting there. We've gotten somewhere between a fourth and a third of what we need. And we still got that siege going on that Han Anyue apparently doesn't have any way of preventing me from going through with it. Fortunate for her. Still don't know why the Han Empire is not at war with us either. Would have thought that would have been a default, but I guess theoretically she can not call a vassal in, so I don't attack their territories as well. There is a reason. There's a reason for that, of course. Oh, we're running out of supplies, so we're suffering attrition. I wasn't paying attention.
A threat to China.
Oh boy. All right, now we're gonna break the siege.
Retreat, so we may fight again.
Difficult times call for difficult choices.
Wasn't paying attention to that. That's my bad. We got new people. We got faction council. We got a lot of things to do. But for now, that is going to be where we call it for today. Obviously, it was way more exciting at the beginning when I had an actual enemy to focus my attentions on.
Like spring, we will renew China.
But slowly but surely, we will build up our forces into something truly spectacular. As next time, we'll go to war with Sun Che and start working on dwindling them down. And who knows what will happen in Liu Bei. Will I follow what the game wants me to do and get rid of one of my vassals? Actually, I know exactly how I could theoretically get rid of that vassal.
Glad tidings to you.
You'll give me just a moment. I just wanna. I don't know if I'm gonna actually. I don't know if I want to actually go through with this, but let's see. All right, I've saved the game. Now we're gonna go here. Hey, Liu Bei.
Greetings.
I come bearing unfortunate news. You're being downsized to becoming part of my territory.
To a new beginning.
And that has moved me to right to here. So that puts me 7 away, though. That's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. But that's just because I have too many armies. If I just get rid of like one army, that alone would be enough to help resolve this problem. Out of curiosity, then, if I can still get a trade agreement with Xinjiang, and apart from that, all right, we're not gonna keep that. I might do it next time, but we're not gonna keep it. So, but thank you for watching. That gives me an idea for later, just in case I want to follow the story per se. But until then, I am the commander of 1,000 victories. Wait a minute. No, wait, that's not the right title, is it? Ah, no, I messed up. It's not supposed to be 1,000, it's supposed to be 10,000. That's how it works with the numbers and the... Up again. It's fine. Everything's fine. Shut up. Alright. Anyway. I am the general of 10,000 victories. And I will see you all in the next timeline. Goodbye! Eden? No. Bad, Eden. Bad.